Hello, everyone. My name is Shayna Green, and I am the founder of Sisters Helping Sisters, where we mentor young girls and uplift women. Since we are not able to keep in touch as much as we would like because of schools and busy schedules, I will be uploading a series of videos about issues that affect us and how we can overcome them. This is my first inspirational video, or motivational video rather. So I ask that you please keep me in prayer so that I will say something or communicate something on this video to help someone in the future that's watching. Um, Today I want to talk about an issue that affects males and females and across all age spans, whether you're 20 or you're 40. Sometimes you can get it and then lose it and then try to come back to it again. And it's particularly very, very hard for teenage girls, girls who are in middle school and high school, to get and maintain. And that's high self-esteem. So today I'm going to be talking about high self-esteem and low self-esteem and how to get from low self-esteem to high self-esteem and keep that throughout life. So before we talk about high self-esteem and low self-esteem, let's talk about what self-esteem is. Self-esteem is the opinion you have of yourself and your self-value as a person. When you talk about self-esteem, I think the main issue is making sure that you love yourself. Making sure you love self, and if you love yourself, you're going to take care of yourself, and you're going to make sure no one is in your life making you feel like you are worthless. When you love yourself, when you have high self-esteem, you love yourself. And love is a learned behavior and therefore has to be taught. And true love is definitely in the Bible. If you want to find out about real love, you want to check that out because the world has so much going on these days. I would definitely check out 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 8, if I'm not mistaken. And it talks about how love is patient and love is kind. And so you want to always make sure if you have high self-esteem, you're going to keep those people who are always patient with you and always kind. Always making you feel great. And they're patient with you because they know that you are a work in progress. And that you're a work in progress and that you're not perfect, so you're gonna make mistakes, and that you surround yourself with people that are gonna take you higher. So like I said, just check out 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 8. The next thing I would like to talk about is again on love. Just making sure that if you don't love yourself, like I said before, if you don't love yourself, then you're setting yourself up for failure, because you will fall for anything or anyone. And what I mean by that is it will affect you in your life, regardless of what age you are. If you don't have high self-esteem, then you don't have self-confidence. And so even when you're on a job, you may be able to do a task great, and you won't do it because you are afraid. Fear is the devil. And so you are afraid to do it because you think that you're going to fail at it. And so you just have to make sure that you love yourself. And if you love yourself, you also making sure you keeping people around in your life that won't take advantage of you and that won't use you. Like I said, you'll be setting yourself up for failure. You'll be hanging with girls or hanging with guys that want to take you down and want you to use drugs, smoke, or have sex, what have you. And you don't want to surround yourself with people like that. You want to make sure that you are around people who only want to take you higher. The next point I would like to make is about people will know your self-worth before you do, and they will use it against you. They will use it against you. People, folks rather, I'm from the South, so real country. Folks who do not have your best interest at heart will definitely use your self-value, your self-worth against you if it is low. They'll see it from a mile away. Guys will see it from a mile away, girls, and they will treat you much different from the way they would treat a girl with high self-esteem. And I know sometimes you'll see that. You'll be like, he treated me this way, but then that girl he treats much better. How come he treated that girl that way, and her he take out and do that? It's all about standards. It's all about what you require, and it's all about self-esteem. So you just always want to make sure that self, and if you know that your self-esteem is not where it needs to be, that you work on it definitely before dating, for sure. So you won't get yourself in a mess and be with a guy who's telling you all these things you never believed or you never heard, because he'll be able to get you to do things you really don't want to do, and will set you up for a lifetime of pain and hurt. So, like I said, definitely make sure you loving yourself. That's just, I cannot stress that enough. Um, if you don't appreciate yourself and love yourself, how will you know the difference between the real and the fake? A lot of people talk about, oh, that person's real, that person's fake, and this and that, but sometimes they're steady tearing themselves down. So you want to make sure you know what love is, and love is what's real. So you want to say, okay, the Bible says, and the Bible is always going to be true. The Bible says that love is patient, love is kind, it never fails. This is what love is. This is what God says love is. You'll never have love. You'll never meet someone who will have perfect love like God, but you want to make sure you're meeting someone and you have friends and family members and loved ones in your life that are trying to meet that standard. So, like I said, just make sure you're keeping people in your life that love you and that are kind to you. So the next step that we want to take into this presentation is habits. That's our keyword, habits. I definitely, as a personal testimony, had low self-esteem in middle school, 6th through 8th grade, or 6th through 9th grade rather, which was kind of going into high school. And I always loved Tyra Banks, love, just wanted to be like Tyra Banks and Destiny's Child, and was trying to look like them. And if I didn't look like them, I just felt terrible, and then all the acne was coming in. It was just a hot mess, So as a personal testimony, I would definitely want to share with you how to get from low self-esteem to high self-esteem. And like I said, that takes habits. It's a lot of hard work, especially if you're not used to doing it. And a lot of people say, experts say, that if you do something for 21 days, sometimes whether it's good or bad, it becomes a habit. And so I'm going to give you a list of things to do for 21 days. And if you do these things, then I'm confident that you will be on your way to high self-esteem, because this is what I did and definitely worked for me. It would be great if you could get a partner that would help keep you on track. And for me, my partner was my mother. She would always tell me about, okay, make sure you never leave the house without earrings. Girls, ladies, never, ever leave the house without earrings. I always keep a pair in my car. I keep a pair in my purse. And I make sure I have them on just in case, because you always want to make sure that you're looking decent. Doesn't matter what you have on, make sure that you have on earrings. Number 2, also make sure, before we get in the list, make sure that you have lip gloss. You don't want your lips to be chapped. So some kind of lip balm or some kind of lip gloss, that's very important as a woman, as a lady. You developing in middle school and high school. Just always make sure that you have on earrings. And never leave the house without that. Never leave the house without lip balm or chapstick. That should always be in your purse, always. So now let's get into the list. So the first thing I think that is very important on your way to high self-esteem is making sure that you wake up with enough time in the morning to get ready and get yourself beautified. So for me, I would get up. I love to sleep in. We all love to sleep in till the last minute. We love sleep. We'll stay up late on the phone with our friends, and then when it comes to getting ready for school or work, we're rushing out the door. We're forgetting all types of things. So just make sure you wake up with enough time. For me, it's about 30 minutes. I try to make sure I can get myself ready in 30 minutes, do whatever I need to do to my hair the night before. And then that way, the less I have to do, the more I do at night, like getting my hair rolled up and ironing my clothes at night. Then when I wake up in the morning, I have more time to work on myself and other things to get ready. So if you don't know, you may be saying, well, I don't know how much time, I need in the mornings. Well, what I suggest you do is maybe on a Saturday, get up when whatever time is comfortable for you, and time yourself. Get up out the bed, take your bath or take your shower, whatever you prefer, and start to get ready. And then, time yourself. And once you time yourself and you figure out, okay, it's 15 minutes, it's 30 minutes, some people maybe an hour, when you're satisfied with whatever you have going on, then okay, it takes me an hour to get ready right now, just starting out. So I need to set my clock. If you're trying to be out the door for 7, 7:15, set it for 6 o'clock. And you need to start getting ready. And the more you do it, ladies, I promise you, it will not be hard. It won't take a long time. And as a matter of fact, it may start off as an hour and then it'll go to 45 minutes. And then sometimes it'll go to 30 minutes because you'll come faster at it. You'll become more skilled. Practice makes perfect. And some things you'll think, I always do this, but maybe I can do this at night. Get as much things done at night as possible so that you have more time in the morning to do other things. So, the first thing I would think that you would need to do in the morning, ladies, is brush your teeth. So, that's huge for me because I'll brush my teeth and just make sure you always have gum with you because if you like me, you like to eat Funyuns and onion rings and all that. So even if you're brushing your teeth, you're around your friends and they're like, whoa. So as young ladies in middle school and high school, if you're working on yourself and you're trying to change up your circle of friends, and you saying, okay, I brushed my teeth like Miss Green said, or I didn't. You rushing out the house and you didn't do it, and you talking to these people, and you like, whoa, wait a minute, whether they're good people or bad people, they are not going to want to talk to you and be around you simply because you're offending them with your breath. It's so bad, So just make sure that you are brushing your teeth. That is very, very, very important. And sometimes for certain people, it's a turnoff. Like it is a deal breaker. They will not have friends with bad breath. And some guys, in high school, college, whenever you start dating, that's a definite deal breaker. So just make sure that you either keep gum and you make sure that you brush your teeth before you leave the house. That should be the first thing you do. Second is wash your face. I started wearing makeup in high school. So if you are in high school and you wear makeup, or if you're in middle school and you maybe put the eyeshadow on, whatever you're doing, make sure that you are washing that off at night. I can't stress that enough because the more you leave it on, it'll clog up your pores, and we both know that when you're in middle school and high school, the skin it gets really, 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 really bad, and you'll start to get acne and breakouts, even if you're treating your skin the best you can. So just make sure you're always washing off that makeup at night because it'll make you look older, and we all know that we do not want to look older. That is something we don't want to do. And make sure that you're washing your face even if you don't wear makeup because your skin will glow. If you're taking care of your skin will glow. You will be very, very beautiful. And of course, your skin is going to already be going through certain things because of hormones and your age, but just make sure that you are taking care of your skin. The next thing that I would have you to do after you brush your teeth and you wash your face is comb your hair. Comb your hair. That's the most important to me. That is make sure that your hair is combed. I will not go anywhere. I mean nowhere unless my hair is done or decent or to my satisfaction. I'm very, very picky about my hair, and so for you, make sure regardless of the length of your hair. A lot of people think, oh, I can't be beautiful, I can't be pretty because my hair is not down to here, or my hair is right here. What can I do with that? Well, it's a lot of things you can do with that. These days, take advantage of it. They have a lot of things going on, a lot of different styles. Sometimes now it's in to have short hair, or to have color this way, that way. So I would definitely research different ways in Yahoo because I already know y'all get on Google. Yahoo short styles, and if your hair is really, really short, you have a problem with it growing, make sure you're taking care of it, washing it once a week, and make sure that if it's really, really short, just tie it down flat. And if you're tying it down flat, then you're already, that's a step in the right direction. If it's short enough where you can put it in a ponytail, but it's not flowing down to here, that's okay. That's okay. Just make sure it's nice and neat and pull it back. Make sure it's out your face. If you like it in your face, make sure it's in your face and it's cute where you can still see. Whatever you're doing with your hair, make sure it's nice. It's really, really nice. Not an excuse. Whether it's short or long, medium. It's always something that you can do with your hair, So definitely make sure you're not leaving the house with your hair not done. That is very, very important. As women, as young girls, middle school and high school, your hair is your crown. That's your glory. That's your pride. Like you cannot not afford to take care of your hair. And it don't take a lot of money. If you rocking the natural style, that's beautiful. I love when girls are rocking the natural style. And so you don't have to get a perm. Just rock your hair natural if you want. If you prefer perms, just make sure you're keeping that up and make sure you're tying your hair flat. Whatever you need to do, like I say, pull it in a ponytail. Make sure it's brushed and nice and neat. It doesn't matter about your length. If you real self-conscious about the length of your hair, like I was, my hair would just never ever ever grow. When I started doing these days, you can